Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for taking the time. And I know I always say this every single Thursday on these live training webinars. I just think it's so important, number one, that you're here, right, wanting to help your business and wanting to have the best year ever and hopefully walk away with some gold nuggets after we're done that you can use in your daily practice, right, to market better, to make more sales, to help more families. That's the name of the game. So in order to accomplish all of that, you got to write these things down, these notes, these bullets. Ask questions. Please jump in. We have that Q&A pane that you can expand or minimize through GoToWebinar. So make sure that's up and running. And if there's something you don't understand, please ask us a question. Andrew's moderating, so he's going to answer everyone in real time. If we don't get back to you right away, we will get back to you after the webinar. That's our promise to you. But yes, we want feedback, good, bad, and different, and that's how we create these webinars on a weekly basis. So it's based on your feedback. That's the name of the game. We have to keep our customers happy, which is you, our agent, bottom line. Okay, let's jump right in here. First of all, what I also want to say is we're going on our 52nd year anniversary here at Levinson and Associates. February is our month. So it's just a great time for all of us. We now have 26 employees in 4 different states, over 23,000 agents in just about every city in the U.S. So very blessed, very fortunate, very thankful to each and every one of you. If you're listening to this live, or if you're listening to this a month or two from now, just know that you are our customer. You come first in our eyes. And even if there's an issue, because we're not perfect, me and Carrie are always here to jump in and try to make it right for you. That's our promise to you in writing on record today. So just always know that you mean the world to us, and that's why we're sitting here in February of 24 celebrating 52 years, hopefully another 52, right, in the near future. So it's because of you once again, and it's just so important for you to understand and realize that, and then for all of our staff and us to realize that. So let's jump right in. What we want to do today is here we are, right, in February, like I said, halfway through, which is just crazy that we're 6 weeks into a new year. And, we have to put our agent hat on, right? Because the only way we're going to be successful is if you are successful. And it doesn't matter if you're in Key West, Florida, or Cedar Rapids, Iowa, or San Francisco, California. It doesn't make a difference. We need to make sure our agents have the tools, the resources, the products, the comp, everything that they need to go out and be dangerous, because when they do, and they love working with us, we all win together. So with that said, it's our job to go out and find the best vendors, the best platforms, best lead programs, all the above, and then bring all of these great resources to our field force, to you, our agents that are in the trenches. Okay, and that's how we came up with today's webinar topic. Okay, we want to make sure our agents have everything they need to grow their business in 24 and in the future. And, if you think about this for a second, and I'm not going to rant because we don't have much time. Kevin, our guest speaker, is going to speak for about 30 to 40 minutes. And then I want to make sure I have 5 minutes at the end to wrap up and then have our question of the day. But if you think about this and you think about it, it really doesn't matter if you're 17 years old right out of high school, or if you're pushing late 80s, early 90s, and you've been doing this forever. In order to market and grow your business in today's new world, you have to understand technology, just the basics. I'm not saying you have to be a programmer and be Mr. Bill Gates. And no, just know enough to be dangerous. Okay. You have to, and I don't care if you're writing this out on a loose leaf piece of paper, but you have to understand what your main hub, your home base looks like, right? I always call it like a McDonald's franchise, like your storefront. That people walk in and out all day. They use the restroom. They look at the menu. They order food. That's your home base, your storefront. So you always have to understand, what does that look and feel like, your home base? Where are you driving people, right? And then number two, How are you bringing people to the storefront, to the front door, right? And that's all the arms that I always talk about, like bring the sticky fingers, the arms, bringing people back to your home base. What are you using? And we need to look at this 100-foot overview as an IMO for our agents, and then our agents need to look at it the same way for their customers, prospects, okay, leads, existing book of business. How are you getting people back to that front door? And the ones that are successful and have a bunch of sticky fingers out there that are bringing people back are the ones that crush it every single year. Okay. And that's what we want to explain today. We're going to explain and lay out what does the home base look like, and then what are the different pieces that you can put together, right? First on a piece of paper, and then from a technical standpoint to get these things up and running for you. So that's what we're going to go over. And then you have to think about insurance carriers, right? Because when you think about yourself, you're the agent, and then us, the IMO, and then the insurance companies are at the top of this hill. So we have to make sure that we understand how the insurance companies are working as far as underwriting, e-applications, drop tickets, non-med, fully underwritten, whatever it is. And when you think about this, and this kind of puts a nail in this topic, think about the way, if you've been doing this a while, I'm going on almost 25 years. Look at the way insurance companies did business, right? Think about the e-apps. Think about paper apps. Think about the way insurance companies worked before 2021, before COVID, pre-COVID, right? They were basically the same for 20, 30, even 40 years. And some of them said, fine, we'll come out with an e-app, but probably half of them said, nope, we can't imagine a consumer ever going online and sharing credit card or bank account information. It's never going to happen. Even in 2020, that's what some of the companies said, including Forrester's with one of their products. They said face-to-face is the only way we do business. So think about the way insurance companies did business and communicated to us and their agents, okay, up until 2021, pre-COVID. Now, post-COVID. So think about 22, 3, 4, and today, and look at how fast they have changed. Look at how as soon as COVID hit, all of a sudden, every product you can sell online, over the phone, through a webinar, through Zoom, it didn't matter. Face-to-face was a thing of the past. So they accelerated, these carriers accelerated within 3 to 4 years at a faster pace than they did in the last 30 years combined. That means we, as an IMO, you as an agent, have to think and react and pivot like they did. Okay, so it's very, very important you understand enough to be dangerous when it comes to marketing in 2024 and moving forward. So we want to keep it very simple, okay, for everyone. And I don't care if you know how to write software or if you're getting ready to retire. It doesn't make a difference. I want to make sure every single agent on here understands the basics, and for the fifth time, knows enough to be dangerous. And that's the name of the game for today. So let's jump in here to my first slide. What I want to talk about, and I don't want to steal Kevin's thunder, so he's going to talk about Agency Automator, the free trial, what some of the packages are. And by the way, we're not trying to sell you some kind of monthly subscription here today. This isn't like an infomercial. In fact, we even have a package that's complimentary, okay, for you to get up and running. Number one, 30-day free trial, okay, or number two, even if you said, I'm all in, I love this, you can start, and it's free, with a basic website, basic CRM, and there's a $9.95 a month charge for hosting. But the whole package is free, except for the hosting charge, which is just under $10. Okay, so it's just keep that in the back of your mind. And then obviously there's different packages. If you want thousands of prospects you want to market to, of course, I think it goes from $35 to $50 a month. I mean, it's very inexpensive, all the way up to like $120. So this isn't like thousands of dollars and you don't have to sign your life away for 22 years. No, this is very, very simple. And that's the name of the game now for the second time. So real fast, I was talking about how important you all are to us. So when we see these testimonials come in, right, we share this with the entire team, and it means everything. And what I like about this slide is the top left corner, that's our new business department. Okay. The bottom little section there, Ashley B, that's annuities. And then the top right corner is our marketing team. So these were compliments and testimonials that just came in over the last couple of weeks. And I just want to share because Rob, Rich, Dava, this means everything. This is why we're here every day, to serve and help you, right? Make more sales, protect more families. So top left corner, new business. Charisma makes my life easy. I think having her over the last few years to guide my business has been wonderful. Thanks for allowing Charisma to handle my new business. Love that. That's huge. Okay, Ashley B is great. With her help, we wound up rolling over 154 grand rich. Top right corner, I appreciate all the assistance and knowledge that you offer your agents, knowing that you can reach out and receive return phone calls and emails in a timely manner means so much. If other agents are looking for a true IMO with all the best tools and support, you won't be disappointed. The marketing team is top notch. That's everything, and please, if you had a good experience, right, similar to this, go to our Facebook page, go to our Google reviews page, okay, share so other agents know that we're not some pyramid MLM scheme where you're 22 layers under a GA. No, it's you, us, and the carrier. Simple, that's it. There's not 28 pieces of pie taken out of your commissions and renewals. Okay, it's direct. With Levinson, it's direct. So very important. Please share. We'll send you the IUL prospecting book complimentary. Let's keep moving. What I want to talk about now is February. Valentine's Day was yesterday. I want to mention quickly, you have to be scrappy. You have to be able to pivot to grow your business in this new fast-paced world, like it or not. Okay, so scrappy, what does it mean? It means we got to get creative, right? We know February is Valentine's Day month, okay? What do we call it? Love insurance, not life insurance. Come up with some cute marketing. Get scrappy. A YouTube video for 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, why is it love insurance? Talk about living benefits. Share some personal stories. Maybe you helped a client and you became Superman or Superwoman. Get them on video. Share it out on your social media pages. Get scrappy. We have a bunch of Insure Your Love marketing material you can leverage. It's not too late. You have the rest of this month to get out these blasts and social media posts, and everything is free. Okay? Very simple. And before you even do that, bottom right corner is our expo, less than 60 days away. You have to RSVP. The reason why, number one, totally different expo. If you've been to some of our past events, this is literally the first post-COVID expo that we have had. And literally, it's been years. So we call it Reimagine, totally new vibe. We have our keynote speaker, in fact, 2 keynote speakers, agent roundtable, new carriers. Joe Ross is going to present, one of my favorite life coaches in the industry. It's going to be a huge deal. Hashtag is Roar in 24. Make sure you register. It's free for everyone. And then if you want to stay at our beachfront resort, no problem. Look at the minimum premium requirements, bottom right corner. And then, of course, we can include round-trip airfare and then 2 free nights with round-trip airfare. All I'm going to say is, even if you've never written an app before with Levinson, please make it a point that you register and don't miss this event. It's a day full of sales strategies from new carriers, existing carriers, keynote speakers, agents like yourself. We're going to make this completely different than our past expo events. And we are capped at 300 people because of fire code. So we're already getting close to that number. So that's why I can't stress it enough. Make sure you RSVP because we're going to have to draw the line at 300. Just know that. Okay, let's keep moving forward. What I want to do next, and by the way, I'm almost done here. I have literally 2 more slides, and then Kevin is going to take the wheel. This is our 411 Life and Annuity Updates e-blast that goes out every other week. Very simple for you. Okay, you're an agent out there in the trenches. You need to know what are the latest products, what's hot, what's not, what new marketing can I leverage? What do you have that Levinson can co-brand for you that will create some sizzle and some questions from consumers? Everything is here, okay? Everything. Simple is the name of the game. Everything is here for you. You literally just click. If you have a request, click request, and we can create whatever you need created so you can start marketing. Okay. Carrier updates, product updates, everything is here at your fingertips from over 90 carriers. We just sent out our latest 411 on the 13th. So, again, if you didn't get it, let us know. It's probably sitting in your spam or junk folder, or we don't have your correct updated email address. And if that's the case, call in and share it with anyone on our team. Let's keep moving forward. This is a big deal. Right? In fact, right now, probably the biggest and most sizzle that I'm seeing with our agents as far as phone calls, emails, questions coming in on the website is, I would say, Citizens Life Sika, okay, is the new guaranteed issue and simplified issue product. The reason why issue ages 0 to age 85, that's never been done before. That's a niche no one else has. Unless it's one of those like associations you have to be a member of, and who knows what happens when it's time to pay a claim. This is a real company, okay? Citizens, I know a lot of you have heard of. And again, issue age is 0 to 85. This is a great opportunity. We have a direct contract, and we have the only contract that allows, look at the bottom, $200 bonus. And then on the right side, $500 giveaway on top of great comp and renewals. So make sure you leverage that contract ASAP. In fact, we were just able to set up agents as of Monday. We had a little delay with their contracting platform, but everything is good. And then Manhattan Life, I would say between Citizens and the Manhattan Life now, 17 products are on Insure Me Now Direct, 100% direct to consumer. I would be running 100 miles an hour with that Insure Me Now Direct platform, especially how well it ties into what Kevin is going to talk about today. So with that said, I want to introduce a good friend of mine for many, many years. By the way, Kevin was also a VP at an A-rated company for many years. So he understands the tech side and the carrier home office side. So I love that perspective. He's going to jump in and give you the 100-foot overview with Agency Automator. Kevin, you there?
I'm here, Bill.
Okay, appreciate
All right,
it.
well, yeah, thanks very much for inviting me. It's always a pleasure to be with the Levinson group and Bill and Andrew and the entire team. Do such a great job. And you know, I've worked with a lot of VGAs. As Bill mentioned, I actually worked at Protective for a number of years, and I ran the independent annuity division there. And so the VGAs were really my clients, you know, the IMO VGAs out there. And I tell you, I've never come across one like Levinson. And I'm not just saying it because I'm on their, you know, we have a product together. I mean it. You know, there's never been a marketing organization, BGA marketing organization that I've seen that really devotes more time, effort, and money to their agents than Levinson. So I'm really proud to be part of this group and association, and proud to have a few minutes to share with you today. So, yeah, you're very welcome. Agency Automator is the product that we built. There is absolutely nothing like it that exists anywhere. You're going to find hundreds upon hundreds of different CRM tools. Some of them are agency-related CRM tools. Some are just generic marketing CRM, you know, like MailChimp, or not MailChimp. There's a bunch of others that are out there. And then there's a bunch of email marketing programs that are not CRMs. They're just email marketing programs, and some of them are very good. But the problem with those, and maybe you found this out in your own research and trial and effort, is that they won't allow you to market to people that are not your clients. So, you know, unless you have absolute written permission to send to somebody, then, you know, that's not for you. That program's not going to work for you. It's a great program. Those are a lot of great programs for sending to your clients, but not for prospecting. And so what I'm going to walk you through here today are all of the key features of the Agency Automator program. And like I said, there's nothing that exists. There's different parts of this program that exist in other places, but nothing that was ever pulled together in one platform at a very affordable rate that's subsidized by Levinson. You know, in some cases they pay for the whole thing, in other cases they pay a huge chunk of it. So nothing else exists out there, and I challenge you to look for it. And if you ever find something comparable, then let me know, and we'll work real hard to try to add whatever you think that we're missing. So first thing I want to talk about is some of the help that we provide. You know, we do have one training session, one live training session that we do each week. It doesn't mean that you can't call us, you know, Monday through Friday, you know, during normal business hours, Eastern time. But if you want live training, you want to be able to come on the training and see it firsthand, ask your questions, get them answered in real time, not typing them in, but it's a much more intimate setting where you can ask your questions and we give you answers right away. And we try to direct what we're training on based upon whatever it is that your needs are. Because the live training is just there to pretty much as a follow-up to your own individual training that you're going to do on the help videos. So where I went here is help and help videos. So once you have an account, even the free trial that we're going to be talking about, all these help videos are in there. And so you have a little directory at the top that kind of breaks down all the key components of the program, from the CRM, from prospecting, the website, everything, agent recruiting. And then all you have to do is click on the link in the directory and the video is going to load below. So what we're asking people to do is to really get in, you know, get your hands dirty, get in there, learn the program, learn some of the key features using these help videos, and then jump on the Wednesday 2 o'clock Eastern session, the live training, and that's going to be much more productive for you than kind of coming in cold on that Wednesday training saying, you know, I don't know anything. You know, I haven't looked at anything. I haven't tried to, you know, I haven't watched the video yet. So I'm just telling you, it's going to be much more productive for you, and we're going to be able to get right to those things that you don't understand or that you want more information about. The other thing I want to point out is, other than all the technical training that's in here, we have one called Email Best Practices. And I encourage you, if you're using the program and you haven't watched this, or if you're new to the program and you want to learn about really some of the art, you know, the artsy parts of email marketing. There's art and science to everything, and email marketing is no different. So there's some art to this. We talk about, you know, some of the expectations that you should have as far as, you know, how many opens, how many clicks, how many emails get delivered, the different types of emails. You know, if you send an email to your client, then of course they're not going to hit the spam button, and they're not going to block you. But if you're sending it to prospects, you know, that's a cold email, you know, so you are going to get a lot of emails that get blocked, and don't take it personally. That's just the nature of the business. It's like sending out direct mail. You'll send out 10,000 direct mail postcards or letters, and the vast majority of them go right in the garbage because you haven't caught that person at the exact right time with the exact right message. And that's marketing 101. So, you know, you try to put your message in front of the best prospect profile that you're trying to target for whatever it is that you're offering, whatever product that you're offering at that moment. And that's going to increase your odds. So all of that kind of stuff that I'm referring to right now are all covered in this best practice. So make sure you check it out. There's also a support ticket in here. So if you want to send us a message, then you could do that. Or like I said, you can just pick up the phone and give us a call during normal hours. Next place I'm going to go is to home and profile. You've got to, and I'm taking everything in order here, guys, just so you know, because people ask me all the time, this is a lot of stuff, Kevin. You know, where do I start? And I tell them, you got to start with the basics. You got to start with really getting the foundation of the program put in place first, so that you can then move on to the next step and the next step after that. So don't start with step number 5. You're just going to frustrate yourself. Start with step number 1. Step number 1 is get all of your contact information that's not already in there in your profile, home and profile. When you initially register and sign up for the program, we're only asking you for basic information. But look at all the other fields that you can put in here. If you have a LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter account, and if you're not utilizing any of those, you don't have to use them all, Like I have Facebook, and a lot of times I don't use it for business, but I have LinkedIn. I use that for business all the time. And so there's a little additional work if you want to set up a Facebook business account, but instead of having people come to your personal account, but you can do that, and it's free. But you got to have at least one of them, and I recommend at least LinkedIn, so that you can start directing people through your email messages and through your website that I'm going to show you in a moment. If you use our website, to those different networks. If you're not, then you're just missing an opportunity to be able to network with somebody about all the things that you do and really get to know them better. So instead of just email or marketing message, this gives you a real opportunity to get social with them. So you can socially interact. So if you're not doing it, take the time to do it. It makes a lot of sense, and it gives you a real opt-in relationship by the time you're done. So all you got to do is just put in the link to whatever profile that you're going to use for whichever social network account. There's a place for you to put logos and photos. And why is that important? Logo is not, it's not critical. You don't have to go out and build a logo and spend money on it. It'd be nice if you did, because it just gives you a little bit more professionalism in the eyes of especially prospects. But a photo is very important. It shows up on your website. It shows up on your email messages, because it makes you a real person. Right now, everybody's getting too much email and too much spam. So what you have to do is you have to try to differentiate yourself from all of those different messages that they're getting. And once you start to show someone, if you're marketing to a local person, and that's what we recommend, at least in the beginning, is you market to like a radius, like a zip code radius around where you live or where your office is. And then you put your photo in there, you got your address in there. It helps to kind of calm them down a little bit from getting a cold email, and lets them know that you're a local person. You're a real person, and you're a local person. So find a nice headshot, not you on a fishing boat. You could do that if you wanted to, but maybe you with a nice headshot with a big smile on your face, kind of inviting people in to say, look, I'm a great guy or gal. I'm somebody that you can talk to and that you can trust from a business perspective. And then there's a couple places where you put in some profile information. I'm not going to go through all that, but all of this shows up on the website that I'm going to show you here in a moment. And then you save your profile. Once you save your profile, then you're done with step number one. Step number two is, if you're going to be using our website, and you do get a free website, as Bill talked about, you have to pay the hosting fee. And if you buy the regular plan, which includes CRM and prospecting and agent recruiting and everything else, then the website's part of all of that. It's part of that subscription. You don't have to buy it separately. But here on this personal website control panel, you control a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff you don't control. If you want a really elaborate website, then Levinson has another website service that they provide, which does a really good job. That can give you a lot more variety as far as screens and colors and things like that. Or you could go spend a ton of money on a website somewhere, and have somebody build it for you. But this is basic. It's basic website, but it's got great tools. Levinson has provided for you some excellent tools in the website that are all automatically going to deploy. So we're trying to keep this as simple as possible so that you don't have to learn a lot of technical things. It draws a lot of information from your contact information that you've added in on step number one that we talked about. So all you're doing is just checking some boxes. You're adding some information in here. You're picking an image, and there's all kinds of different images. Some are very specific to insurance or retirement, and others are just generic. Like this one is a beach scene. So you can have it based upon some location, like where your office is, or you can have it on some theme, but this image that you're selecting from this image gallery, and you can even upload your own image. I do recommend you call us about that before you try to do it, because you got to have the right size image in there. And you can put some text on top of the image. So there's a lot of these little tools that you can use. And then you have all these other tabs in here that you can turn things on, turn things off, add some information in. I don't have the time to go through it in detail today, but I will tell you that it gives you enough personalization options so that you can go in and really kind of make this your own. But it's not one of those, where you go in and you kind of moving things all over the place and coloring the background and stuff. That's really complicated. We think this gets the job done. So once you're done, you come down here and you publish it. And once you publish your site, you're going to see, like, here's that image. Here's the text that I put on top of it. Here's my business profile that I wrote up. Here's my logo. Here's my contact information. So all of those things that you already put in your user profile, and you just check the box to add it to the Home tab, and that's really all you had to do, then it's going to show up here. There's an About Us tab. So these two tabs in particular, Home and About Us, are really all about you and your business, and it pulls that information from your profile. And then there's a ton of other tabs in here, some of which you could turn off if you don't want them, inside of the control panel back here inside of your Agency Automator personal website control panel. But other stuff just automatically deploys. And one of those tools here, which is a really great tool, is the Get Quote tool. Now, this is for life insurance quoting, and it's different types of life insurance products. It's not Insure Me Now. It's just for all kinds of different life insurance products. So imagine now you're building inside of our system an email to whoever it is that you want to target from our database, or maybe from some list of your own. Maybe they're clients, maybe they're prospects, maybe they're even agents. And you have gone and you've built an email message, and we have a lot of templates and email templates where they're already written for you. All you have to do is add the appropriate website link, and that's what you're looking at here. Up here at the top of the website, on a certain page, there's a link, and this one says quote. So it has a little, tag at the back end of it that says this is the quoting page. So you come here, once you're a prospect and you get that email from our system, and it says, oh, did you know that life insurance rates have come down? Have you checked how affordable life insurance is? The Love insurance, I love that. It's the first time I ever heard it, by the way. I absolutely love that from a marketing standpoint. So however they get here to your quoting page, and all they got to do is just start to fill this in, like I'm doing right now. So you can capture their information. So you get all the key information. They have to do it in order to run a quote. They absolutely have to give you this information. They can even write you a little message if they want to. Hit Run Quote. And now they see this CompuLife quoting tool. They put in their state. They put in their birth date, all the key information here. And then they can select the type of insurance. Look at all these different types of insurance that they can, life insurance that they can select from. It's not everything under the sun, but it's a whole lot of stuff that they're probably interested in. And then there is a place where they could put in the death benefit, and then they hit Compare Now, and there it is. There's the pricing. Not fill out a form and an agent will call you. Not most of the quoting tools that you see out there that are off of the internet, when people kind of run a internet search, a Google search, you got to give them your life story before you could even get a quote. Not here. You just give them a little, in fact, they're giving you a little bit of information, and then they come here and they could run a quote. And if they want to change it, they could change the face amount, they could change the type of insurance, and there it is. There's the pricing. That's really what a lot of them want to know initially. Of course, there's a ton of other stuff that has to be done afterwards, but this is what people really want to know up front. And then, let's say, somebody's looking at it and they want to show their spouse later, or they want to review it later. There's a little button up here. All they got to do is click on it. We already captured their contact information. They just hit OK. And now what they've gotten is a email with your contact information on it with a link to this quoting information. And then you get a copy of it. And then also when that form gets filled out, when somebody comes to this page, then you get that directly into your inbox immediately. So you get a lead that you can follow up on. And you don't call up and say, hey, I know that you want some insurance. You call up and say, hey, I noticed that you ran a quote. Thank you for running a quote on my site. I'm only calling to see if you have any questions. just a nice soft kind of introduction. So but it's still a lead opportunity for you. If you play it right, it could really turn into something, and maybe a lot more than some $10,000 term policy. All right, there's a message board here. So all the emails that you send out are going to show up here on a message board. There's some calculators. So if somebody wants to run a calculation for, college planning or something like that, there's different calculators. There's a contact page where it's got your photo, your contact information, and they can send you any message they want. Hey, give me a call when you get a chance, or hey, I wanted to share this with you. Just another way to contact you, without having to pick up the phone. There's a video page. On the video page, Levinson already created a video for Insure Me Now. So there's an Insure Me Now video, that's the default video here that people can watch, and then there's a bunch of other videos down here that Levinson's added in. And if you have your own video, then we can show you how you can add your own video. You can't upload the file, but if it's some video that you have like on YouTube, we can show you how to add that in so you can have your own video on here. Now, I'm going to skip over Buy Online for a moment. There's a testimonial page. So if you have, just like Bill showed you some testimonials earlier, if you have your own client testimonials, then they'll all show up on here. Scholarship. So this is the College Scholarship Rewards Program. So this has a lead form at the bottom of it. Somebody is interested in this program, they come here, they read about it, they fill out the form, they hit submit, it goes to you. And then, like a lot of agents start sweating right then. Okay, now I got to understand the scholarship program, inside and out, so I could follow up with this prospect. No, you don't. You just call your Levinson marketing rep, and they'll help you through it. That's the beauty of all of this. You're not alone in any of this stuff. You contact your marketing rep, and they'll help you get prepared for that follow-up call. Same thing here on annuities. A lot of agents are not, actively marketing annuities, but this is a great opportunity to do that. Some agents have actually said, hey, can I turn off that annuity page? I said, no, you can't, and it's a no, you can't by design, because even though you may not feel comfortable in talking about annuities, what do you have back at Levinson? You got an annuity department. So you get that lead, because down here at the bottom, after you look at the video and all this other information, there's a lead form. Some prospect fills this out because they're interested in some annuity information. First thing what they're going to get is an email with your contact information on it and a free PDF annuity guide. You get the same exact thing. So you get copied on that. And then once that lead or that prospect fills out this lead form and hits submit, you get that sent to your inbox. And that's when things start to move. And that's when if you're not comfortable, go to Levinson, go to their annuity department, tell them you got a lead, tell them you're going to make a phone call, and then they'll help you through the process. Okay, so that's the website. And why is this number 2 in the process? Fill out your profile and complete the website, or get the website up and running. Because before you start sending out emails, people want to just start blasting away on emails. You've got to have a destination for somebody to go. You have to have a call to action. And a website is a call to action. So what we mean by that is, inside your email, you talk about, let's say, all the great things about annuities. And then you have a link to this annuity page where they can come here and watch a video, fill out a form, get a free annuity guide. And then now what you've done is you made a connection between the email and the website. And you've given them an opportunity to then get the free annuity guide and to fill out a form and become a more of a qualified lead. And so that connection is critical. You don't just blast away and hope for the best. You have to have a plan of attack, and this is what we found through trial and error and over a number of years is the best way to handle it. Is email creates the attention, delivers the link to the website. The link does its job in giving them more information and capturing the lead, and that's how you generate business in the online world. Okay, so don't miss that connection. It's critical. Okay, so let me go back here, and because I'm kind of running through this and I'm probably behind, so I'm going to go into prospecting. So CRM is for your clients. If you want to upload your clients into the CRM and manage them, there's a ton of tools, and I'm going to try to get to that before the end here. But almost everybody that I talk to wants to talk about prospecting, because this is the one thing that our program does you will not find with Constant Contact or MailChimp or any of the CRM programs, is that this is a true prospecting database. People that don't know you, people that you want to get the message out to. Because, it's like I always say about websites. You could spend $5,000 on a nice, beautiful website, but if you don't send that website to people, if you don't market that website, especially to people, certainly to people that you know, but mostly to people that you don't know, then it's not worth the $5,000. So that's why we give you a website that's got all the tools that you're ever going to need, and then we give you the email marketing tool so that you can deliver the message and deliver the link to the website to make that connection that I was talking about. So don't spend a ton of money, have a better game plan, and that's what we're trying to bring to you here. So on the prospecting side, it's really pretty straightforward. It might seem complicated, but it's not. You have a large database, over 30 million prospects, businesses and consumers. Each one of them has a search engine. So just like you might go through a search engine online somewhere, this one has a search engine. Here, what you're doing is you're trying to pick a profile. Believe me, we don't have anybody in this database that raised their hand and said, I want to buy life insurance today. What they've done, or what we've done, is we've given you a profile of people that will match up with some product or service that you're offering. Life insurance profiling of a prospect is one thing. Senior markets is another thing. Age is not important, on a lot of products. Age is critical on other products. So make sure that you're picking the right profile, for whatever product is that you're offering. Same thing with annuities. There's an annuity profile out there as well. So pick the state. If you're in Florida, it'll tell you how many consumers. We don't have everybody in the world, everybody in the state. We have a selection of people that have email addresses, because everybody in this database, they may not all have phone numbers. They may not all have, even some of them may not even have an address or in there, but they all have email addresses, because that's what this is, primarily an email marketing system. So you pick your state. What we recommend is that you drill down by zip code radius. Put in a zip code radius. Put in a number of miles up to 50 miles. Always market locally first. You can always expand to other states that you're licensed in later on, but market to people that are local for the reason that I gave you earlier on the best practices. Because if you're local, they see that you're local, it gives you some credibility. So you always want to start, put on your best foot. So put that in here, grab some zip codes through the radius. Now there's birth dates in here. Now, not every record is going to have a birth date in it, but use the birth dates absolutely when you're marketing to senior type, or when you're marketing senior type products. Products that require a profile of a person of a certain age. That's what it's there for. Do they own a home, gender, marital status, income, net worth? Some of those things are not that important for some products that you're offering, and we don't have 100% information on every record that includes income, for example. It may only be 25 or 30%. Net worth, credit rating, some of those things may not be important at all, but, and some of that information is very difficult to come by. That's why we have it at smaller percentages. But select, based upon the need, based upon the profile, use the criteria appropriately. And then once you're done, you're going to come down here and hit search, and it's going to give you a head count. Now, obviously, I didn't put any search criteria in other than the state. So you got everybody here in the state, and then you can select up to 10,000 records at a time. So you can't select all 592,000. You can select up to 10,000, and then up to 20,000 per month. Now, once you go in and you build a list and you save it, then our system is going to clean it. We clean all of our data when we add it into the database, and then we clean it a second time when you select it and choose it as a list. So you may start with 10,000 records. You may end up with 8,000 by the time we're done with the cleaning process. It doesn't cost you anything. It's all part of the service. We're just trying to eliminate, through our cleaning system, as many bad emails as possible, because most emails people keep for a lifetime. Other people, especially on the business database, when they change jobs, then they don't have that email address anymore. So we're trying to eliminate, some of those before you even try to send to it. So just go through that process, build a list, stay within those parameters, try to match up your profile with different types of products, because I know a lot of you specialize in certain areas. So match it up, save it, let it run through the cleaner. Once it's been cleaned, it's going to show up here on this tab, and then you're going to see your list. All of the lists that you ran through cleaning are going to show up here. If it's pending, it means that we're still cleaning it. If it says select, it means that it's available, and you can come in here and select the full list or part of the list based upon the number of credits that you have in the system. And a credit kind of gets people confused, but a credit is really simple. It's like a postage stamp. If you had 1,000 letters to mail out and you only had 900 postage stamps, well, then you're not mailing out 1,000 letters that day. You got to go buy another 100 somewhere. But you can mail out 900. So that's what it is. One credit is like a postage stamp. You need one credit for every email address in a list that you're going to send to. It's just that simple. And then if you upload some of your own lists, then those are going to show up here. And when you do upload them, if it's a prospect list like you went out and bought on the internet somewhere, we allow that. You can go do that. Go to this import list page, tell us what kind of list it is, upload it, and then we're going to clean that list for you also. So, because believe me, if you go buy a list on the internet, maybe 70% of it is not even deliverable. So we're going to try to clean out as much of that junk before you send it and before we let you send it on our server. Now, agent recruiting works in a very similar fashion. So if you are one of those that is trying to recruit a downline or add to your downline, then this is extremely unique. If you've ever looked into agent databases, they can cost you 10, 20 grand a year, if you buy the whole database. And what you end up with is, at the end of the day, once you kind of take out all the people that don't sell, you end up with, 4, 5, 6, 700,000 agents around the country, and then you're paying a fortune for that. So here, just like with the prospects, the consumers and businesses, you can come in and select from agents and FINRA reps. And if you don't know what FINRA is, those are securities reps that sell mutual funds, stocks, and bonds, and so on. But on the agent side, you're not limited to a list of 10,000. You can build as many different lists as you like in different combinations. So you're not limited to one state, per list. You can put in multiple states, select it. You can then drill down by zip code radius. That's what we always recommend by default, by the way, is because you can't trust some of the phone numbers. You can't trust, that there'll be a county in every record, but you can trust that there's going to be a zip code and an email address in that person's record. And then life, health, or property and casualty, so you can target based on license type. We do have some other selects, but not a lot of data in the record for birth year, even gender, years in the business. But this one here is important too. It's to exclude captives. So all of the known captive agents like State Farm and Allstate and so on, you can exclude those by clicking the button and then just put in yes, and then we're going to try to exclude all of those. And then you build the list, just like you did on the consumer side, and then you save that list, and you can go in and build another one. So there's 429,000, it says here currently, 429,000 agents in the database that you can select based upon those different criteria for your targeted campaign. So again, if you've ever tried to go get a list, most of the states do not make them available with an email address. And then, like I said before, if you want to go and buy a big database, you can, and it's going to be a great database. Believe me, a really great, deep database, but it will cost you an arm and a leg. Here, it's all provided as part of your service, and you can use your credits for prospecting, consumers or businesses, or prospecting agents here, okay? On the CRM, let me just kind of wrap up with that. On the CRM, this is for your clients. You can come here and import a list. Just upload it. Once you do upload it, it's going to show up here on the Manage CRM. So there's a little search tool. So if you want to go in and find somebody based upon their information, like their last name, you could just select that and put in their last name, hit search, and it's going to pull them up. And then you can just grab it. There's a contact detail page where you see all the information here. And then you could put in information like policy events, like product renewals, put in a company name, product number, and so on. And then save it, and then you can set a reminder date for that as well. So you can set up a reminder. So if you want to be reminded that some client's policy is going to be renewing at a certain time, then you can set up a reminder X number of days prior to that. Contact information, other information. You could add in custom categories, like these are my A clients, my B clients, my C clients, my life clients, my health clients, etc. So there's a little custom tool that you can use that will show you how to use, excuse me, where you can go in and add all kinds of different tags or categories into someone's record. Here you could add files in. So if you have a PDF of some brochure that you gave them and you want to store it electronically, then you could add that in here as well. You could put in tasks. If you have a certain task, like, hey, I want to call this guy on this date about this. Then you type in the details, put in all the information. When you close out the task, you put in the close date and then save it, and then you have a record of it here. On the notes side, you just talked to somebody, you just met with them, you want to type in some notes about that, you can put that in here and save it as well. So just a really basic CRM. There's a lot of CRMs that are very specific to insurance. We have some of those features, but not all the features that some other products are going to have. But here, it's all incorporated in, and then you can use those contacts, those client contacts, and build email marketing campaigns to send them. So you could pick the list. You can even set up holiday events. So if you want, we talk about this in some of the trainings. The easiest email that you're ever going to send somebody that they're not going to get mad about is a happy birthday email, is a happy Halloween, Independence Day, Memorial Day, pick one. Those are the easiest emails you're ever going to send somebody. And you know what? Clients want to hear from you every once in a while. Maybe you sold them something 3 years ago and you haven't talked to them since. This is a great way to stay present in their inbox, stay present in their mind. And so that next time they're thinking about something that they need, hopefully they're thinking about you, because you're starting to kind of expand upon the relationship that you have, especially for those that you don't contact very often. Now, when you actually go in to build an email, then we have a tool here. So you pick the list, or the event that you want to feature, and then you come in here and you have all of these different galleries that have different email templates, like this one that is lit up here, this financial one. You have newsletters, all kinds of different newsletters. You have general templates, health insurance, life insurance, all kinds of different email templates. Each one of these line items over here has a view. So you click on view and you can see what it looks like and read the article. And then if you want to select it, you can select it, bring it into the editor, personalize it, put your website link in there if that's appropriate, and then, move on to the rest of the steps. Now, the one I really want to feature for you here is private. These are all of the email templates that Levinson and their marketing people have created to support all the different kind of key programs that they have. So you have revenue generator. So I'm sure you've heard a lot about that. They have the revenue generator. They've got a ton of templates in there for that. Then they have Sell While You Sleep, which is also, that's the older name for Insure Me Now. So we should probably update that in the near future. But this is where you're going to find, templates for Haven, Gerber. They'll be adding more and more of these with each product and carrier that they're adding to the Insure Me Now system. So from here, you can go in and you can grab one, some really basic ones like this one, click on view. Here's what it looks like. If you select it, it takes you into our editor, and then there's a big button down here. All you got to do is learn how to click on it and add your link to your Insure Me Now site. Just that simple. So if you're looking to keep it really simple, you build a list that's targeted for Insure Me Now life insurance clients. You come here, you grab your link, your Insure Me Now link, right click, insert link, paste it in, hit OK. Make sure that you're comfortable with the subject line. Send a test email to yourself, because you never send an email to anybody before you test it on yourself to make sure everything's working, everything looks good, because you don't get another chance, to make a good impression if you're sending out some junk, to a prospect that's where the link doesn't work or everything's kind of, not the way it should be. Then you just move on. So some of the templates that are here are just so basic and simple, where you're just doing a couple of little things and then moving on and sending it out. You don't have to spend hours and hours on these things. Now, if you wanted to create your own, you could do that too. So there's some blank templates in here that you can go to. There's like general. There's one here that says empty template. Select and just start typing away. Tell whatever story you want to tell, put in whatever links you want. There's a place here in the image gallery where you can upload images from your hard drive. It's going to scroll through, find the image that you want, select it, hit select, and it pops it right into the message. And then from there, you can then resize it, play around with it, and so on. So we show you how to do all of this stuff. There's all these different blue buttons over here, different functions. You can even add a PDF, so you can't add a PDF file to an email. Nobody allows you to do that, but you can upload the PDF to our server, select it, and then click on a link, this convert to link, copy the link, and then you can put that into a button or into the email message. And now what you have is a PDF that you've uploaded and a link to that PDF. As soon as somebody clicks on it inside your email message, it'll then open up a browser window and they can go right to that PDF and view it, download it, do what they want with it online. So all kinds of great tools in here. Not enough time to show you today, but you just kind of work your way through all the steps. Now, just to kind of recap before I hand it back, what's the first step? Profile. Go and fill out your profile. If you got a lot of empty space in your profile, you got some work to do. Website. If you don't have another website that you're going to be using, you want to use our website with all its great tools, go to the website, fill that out. And of course, there's help videos for all the things that I'm mentioning. So that's step number 2. If you want to prospect, go and build a list. In prospecting, build a list, build a message, grab a template like I just showed you, put your link in from the website that you've already built, into that email. And then CRM, you got some clients, upload those. And another great thing about all of these different tools, CRM, prospecting, agent recruiting, once you send something out, we have a tracking system that will show you all the details of how that campaign is going. When you sent it, how many people opened it, who unsubscribed, how many were delivered versus bounced. And one of the great things about our program too is that, unlike others, we don't charge you for bounces. So all those credits that I referred to earlier, you only get charged a credit when when an email gets delivered, not opened or clicked, but delivered. If it gets delivered, if it bounces for some reason, and believe me, you're going to get a lot of bounces, especially on prospecting, we don't charge you a credit for that. So if you sent out 1,000 and 500 of them bounced for some reason, then you're only going to get charged a credit for the ones that got delivered, not the bounces. The bounce credits we give back to you. So you're not penalized for something that you can't control and we can't control, which is, somebody's got a lot of filters on their email account and a lot of emails get bounced. You can't control that and neither can I. So, but we're not going to penalize you for it. Okay, so I know Bill mentioned the free trial account, so it doesn't cost you anything for the free trial. What happens is that you're going to get with the free trial, and you have to have a special link, and you can only get that link from Levinson and one of the marketing people. I can't give it to you. You got only get it from them. So once you have that link, you fill it out. Nobody asks you for credit card information. You're going to get 1,000 credits. So you can go in with your 1,000 credits and send agent recruiting emails, prospecting emails, And then you get a really small CRM as well. So you can add in some clients and kind of play around with that. Now on the CRM, it doesn't require credits. So with a CRM, if you had 1,000 clients in there, you can send emails to them all day long and you'll never get charged a credit on a CRM email, only for prospecting and agent recruiting. Okay. Bill, anything else you wanted me to cover?
No. I think we are good. I have about 5 minutes left, so I'm going to move through this quickly. But what I can also say to everyone listening is Kevin has these once a week live trainings, and that's a great place where you can dive in deeper and get some more one-on-one time with Kevin and ask questions on a live forum. So I just want to throw that out there. We'll include all the details in our thank you email. But Kevin, that was fantastic. I know it's a lot of information in a short time. So what I'm going to do, I have a few slides left, and then I want to have our giveaway, but I don't want to take up too much time here. So this is going to be kind of like speed dating 101. I'm going to get everyone out by 10 after 3 p.m. Eastern time, and then I'm going to have our question of the day and our giveaway. But the point of these next slides is just so you have an idea on what's available, and then just make a little note. Hey, I want to know more about the new lead program, or I want to know more about the new IUL product that we're launching. So whatever it is, just jot it down. We can dive in after the call. But I think these things are so important for all of our agents out there, which is why we have these slides. So real fast, let's begin. Just buckle up. Let's go. It's going to be fun. So to get access, okay, website, follow the yellow arrows. We'll include this in the thank you email as well, so we don't have to take too much time on that. Let's keep moving forward. What I want to do next, so this is a question that comes up all the time. So basically, we have 3 platforms, 3 third-party vendors, okay? And again, we don't want to confuse everyone. KISS, keep it simple, stupid, right? So Ringy, think of this as more of the follow-up system. Okay, this is going to have automated text messages, emails, even phone calls, reaching out to your existing leads, prospects, and clients. Right side, Agency Automator, that's what Kevin just touched on for the last 45 minutes. Okay, the third package is Ken with Snoozy. Okay, Ken's system is the WordPress website, and then he will manage your social media pages for you and teach you how to run ads yourself. So that's why each one kind of has a special niche. But the great part is you get these discounted co-op rates by being a Levinson agent on all 3 platforms, and 2 of the 3 have a free trial that we negotiated just for you. Okay, let's keep moving along. Insure Me Now Direct. I don't have to say it anymore, but this is blowing up. Okay, and the proof in the pudding is we just added 17 new products that were actually officially launched yesterday with Manhattan Life. You got to run with this. Check it out when you can. Also, you'll see on all of our social media pages with Banner Life, Legal in General. Okay, we just got a big award. We were up 54% in 23 versus year 2022. Okay, the reason why, towards the end of the year, we got Banner on Insure Me Now Direct. Okay, so again, proof in the pudding. This is where the eyeballs are. The agents, the consumers, everyone wants to know more. This is how they want to do business now. The younger generation, you got to get your page up and running. It's free. And then we give you a $100 gift card with your first app, even if you write yourself, just because we know how easy it is. And we want to prove the concept to you, even if, again, write your own policy through the platform, because you're going to be blown away that this is 100% direct to consumer, instant decision. Let's keep moving. Revenue Accelerator. Kevin mentioned this turnkey platform. Think of like any health agencies, P&C agencies that want to go out and market to their existing database. This is a turnkey A to Z platform that allows you to do that through Agency Automator. We have voice scripts. Okay, we have preset email campaigns that we can preload into Agency Automator. It's everything from A to Z that is built to create sizzle from the consumer that says, oh my gosh, I need critical illness. Click here to your Insure Me Now Direct page. Just sold a product. You just got a new commission and renewal. That's how simple it is. Okay, and I'm not exaggerating. Once you see and dive in, you will come back and say, Bill, you were right. Let's keep moving. Marketing in a box. So Beth, who's part of our marketing team, runs Insure Me Now Direct here in office. She put together a 2-part training series, Marketing in a Box, that's all of the various pieces put together. She makes it simple to understand, or I should say easier to understand. 2 different versions. Check these out. We'll include them in the thank you email. The next slide is our digital resource center. Plus, every month we have a social media tip of the month. The latest one is on the bottom there, and it basically shows you how to leverage DMs and PMs, direct messages, personal messages, how to go after the people liking and commenting on your various posts with all social media platforms. Plus, we have a library that you can choose from. We can co-brand these marketing pieces for you so you can get these out to the masses, okay? But you got to have your foot on the gas here. You got to try, even if you never did before. Next slide is our newest co-op lead program that also has seminar leads as well. It's an annuity, financial services mailer, a seminar mailers, final expense, burial, and then you can use this for agent recruiting as well through agency Automator. So some really cool stuff. We're launching on the 27th. The next slide is Love Insurance February sample posts that you should be using, okay? And you don't have to reinvent the wheel, change a few spokes. We'll include the screenshot in the thank you email once again. Next slide is our podcast, latest episode. This is a huge, in fact, I'm getting a bigger reaction from the agents in our audience than I've ever gotten before from any podcast episode. And we've had, the MVP from the World Series, we had Gary V, Forbes 400 A-listers. This one is standing out. Everyone is saying best bang for the buck, well worth the 70 minutes. I was listening to this podcast or YouTube video. That's me in the middle. Right-hand side is Emmanuel, one of our top agencies. Left-hand side is Tony Robbins' right-hand man for over 20 years, Mike Savage. This was I'm telling you right now, if you're walking around the block tonight, yoga, bicycle, I don't care, driving in the car, play it. Tell me what you think. I'll send you that IUL book. Next slide is what you're on right now, our weekly training events. We have some great ones coming up. You want to jot down. You don't want to miss these, and I'll tell you why. Mutual of Omaha. We haven't done this in a long time. All of their products in a nutshell on the 22nd. We're doing a relaunch. Just under that is the new lead program, 27th. And then just under that is Life and Annuities with Corebridge, formerly known as AIG. That's on the 14th of March. And then this is probably the biggest one out of the bunch on the bottom, Emeritus. So do you remember back? Think about, we have the brokerage products that we've always had, which are great, okay, with living benefits. On the right-hand side, there were these career products that we never had access to. Guess what? Starting March 31st is what we're told right now. We will have all of the Emeritus products. We're talking IUL, term, whole life, DI, the annuity side, all the living benefits. It's going to be a game changer for 24. Mark my word, that's going to be a huge event. Okay, last slide, my question of the day, and I know I'm 2 minutes late, right over 3:10. Question is, before I do that, I'm going to tell you what my Positive Tuesday quote is. You must choose the road of comfort, or you must choose the road of courage. You can't choose both. Okay, the meaning behind this is keep your foot on the gas, try new things, take risk. Okay, you're never going to move the needle if you don't step outside of your comfort zone. You got to do whatever it takes. You got all these competing agents around you. What are you doing to differentiate yourself in 2024? We have the tools to help you, but you got to put the effort in behind it. Question of the day. I said this 3 times. You got to answer first and correct. How many products are we launching on Insure Me Now Direct with Manhattan Life? We launched officially yesterday. What's the total number of products that we have on Insure Me Now Direct by Manhattan Life? Tell me the number. You win. Tablet and IUL prospecting book in the mail for all Levinson active agents. But you got to answer first and correctly. Andrew is checking now to tell us who was first. Andrew?
Okay, it is Jan E. Jan E.
Jan, Jan E, congratulations. The answer was 17 products on Insure Me Now Direct. That's just from one of the 5 carriers, Manhattan Life. Let's have a great day, great rest of the week. Keep your foot on the gas. Keep your eyes peeled for our thank you email. Let's do whatever it takes this year to move the needle. And don't forget to register for our 2024 Expo. Great selling. Thanks again, everyone.